little, ooh, can we talk about it? Oh.
Ooh, that part is the bomb.
Hello, Annette. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Um I'm sharing and all that good stuff
All
early.
that good stuff. Well, hello, movers, and how you're doing? How y'all doing today? You have tuned in to Can We Talk, brought to you by Movement Worldwide, brought to you by your faithful co-hosts here, Anita Faye Wilson and Annette L. Anderson. We are the movement. We're a motivational organization there to educate minds, empower, nurture, and transform. We are a movement to move. Yes, we are a
Mhm.
movement to move. We want to help you thrust into your purpose so that you can start living the best version of yourself and win. We've tapped into some winning information. We have some winners' resources. We're seated at the winners' table, and we invite you to take a seat right along with us, right, Annette?
Yeah, that is so right. Oh my gosh. It's another Wednesday. I mean, I'm just in awe have time moving on. And for y'all don't know about time, you better try to get with time because it's gonna leave you. Leave
Time
you
gonna
behind.
leave you
We thank you
what?
so much for sharing with us tonight. We are excited as always. Guys, get ready to do something, y'all, and we're looking forward to it. So thank you for coming.
Always something happening. Always listen. Don't take it lightly. Don't take it for granted. God is always moving and He's always working on your behalf. We're seated at this winner's table, and as the old saints used to say, where the table is spread and the feast of the Lord is what, Annette?
Going on.
Oh, the feast is going on. So take a moment right now. We're so grateful. You could have gone anywhere else. Oh, we got our movers. Let me see who here. Who here? Who here? Who here? Hi, Anita, and congratulations. Congratulations. We are so proud of you, ma'am. That's our sister part of the A team. Hello,
Yeah.
Prophetess Sharon. And then that is shouting out hello. And we have Grace Union Completion. Say completion.
Oh
Say
yeah. Completion. I've been practicing.
oh, look at her. Hey, y'all see how she rolled that neck? She said,
I,
completion.
yeah,
Oh, and
I
our
am
faithful, this is our
sharing.
baby right here. This is Ebony, and that's joining us. The one who
Oh,
used to be
hey,
the
oh
only one. When we first started, Ebony was our only
Emily.
little person. She came faithfully every single week, and she would listen to us on Instagram. And then
Oh,
we left Instagram, and an hour later,
Emily.
we were on Facebook. Ebony come right there on over there and meet us over there, her and Sharon. They were the only, that's who we had. That's who we had. But you know what? God adds, the Bible says God will add to the church daily such as should be saved.
All right, I've
That's
been
the word.
sharing.
But he brings the addition. And now we have some incredible people. She said, you did good at that.
Thank
Complete.
you, girl. I've been practicing, child.
Mm-hmm. So thank you all so much. Before we go into our conversation, we want to ask you to do us a quick favor. If you would please, ma'am, please, sir, when the sirs come, make sure you subscribe to whatever channel you're watching. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, wherever you're watching one, make sure you're subscribed, that you're liking the page, that you join the group. Also, make sure that you hit that like button. Boop, I just did it just now. Hit that like button, hit the thumbs up. Let us know you're here. Let us know you love us. Let us know, hey, y'all doing good. We got your back. That's some love. That's that social media love. So show us some of that social media love by hitting that like button. You can also hit that subscribe button. That's that little arrow that does like that. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you share it. I mean, excuse me, that share button, not the subscribe button. Hit the share button and make sure that you share this broadcast with everybody you know. Let them know. Bring them on in. Oh, we love you. You are amazing, girl. I've
Oh,
been watching you with your artistry. I'm so proud of this girl. I remember she used to talk about it all the time, and that she's
uh-huh.
doing it. She is doing it, and I'm so proud of her. So listen, hit that subscribe, that like, and that share button. Make sure you share this with somebody. Tell them the conversation is about to go down. And the other thing that you can do is you can sow a seed. We are a nonprofit organization. So you can sow a seed into our organization. When you sow into this ministry, we always pray returns to you 100-fold. So sow a seed by Cash App. Our Cash App is $Movement Worldwide. Again, Movement Worldwide, or come into covenant with us by becoming a patron. Well, how do you become a patron? You ask good questions. Well, you become a patron by going to our website. Boom! At the top of the page, there's a red button. You like my sound effects on that?
Yeah, I
There's a
like the
red
bill.
button on our website that says become a patron. It will take you to patreon.com where you can set up your account and set your amount. We ask for $12 a month. That's 40 cents a day, but whatever the amount is greatly appreciated. But guess what is most important is that you are here with us tonight and you're sharing with us and you're sharing the page and you're engaging. That means more than anything. But we do need the seed. I'm not going to lie. We got to have the seed because there's a lot of things that we want to do, and that's how we govern. That's how we run. So we ask that if you can and if you will, sow a seed, Cash App, or becoming a patron. The other thing you can do is follow us. Look over there. You see all of that right there? See over there behind that, right above her shoulder, right above her head. Boom. That globe, that's who we are. Movement Worldwide. Uh-huh. Movement Worldwide everywhere. Everywhere you go, that's Movement Worldwide. You gotta find it.
I'm just being silly tonight. I
It's
needed
all
this
right.
laugh.
Movement Worldwide. Everywhere you see that globe and that acronym, that is us. So follow us on all social media platforms. And you can also email us at info@movementworldwide.org. So without further ado, we going into the conversation. Boom, going into the conversation. We have three parts of our conversation that we share each and every week. We start off with a transformational topic. That's idioms and phrases that we use, all the time in our everyday language. But we like to take them and go with some Bible, go with some understanding, go with some practical information. We call it the things, we stole this from a long time ago from Arsenio Hall, things that make you go,
Yes.
things that make you think. And guess what? When you think, you grow and you change, you make changes, you do things. So this is what we're talking about tonight within our idioms and phrases. Woo! Sweep around your own front door.
Come on.
I think I'll say it one more time. Sweep around your own front door. Very common idiom.
Yeah.
It simply means sticking your nose into someone else's personal matters, like eavesdropping, and then butting into their business, taking part in their conversation, sharing all of their information, their secrets, privacy. Well, I got it from a reliable source, all of that. So it means that's what it means. So to sweep around your own front door means sweeping around instead of sweeping around someone else's, means that the nosy busybody should take care of their own business first before interfering in someone else's. And that's what happens because we be so busy and so nosy. Always got to know, girl, did you hear? Girl, did you? And we're all guilty.
Sure. Don't laugh.
All guilty. I was like, oh God, you gonna make me talk about this? And I'm always in other business. Okay, and then you need to stop. You need to stop, Nita. So interfering into other people's business can be very damaging. Now I'm not like that. I am a little nosy sometimes, and I catch myself. I'm much better than I used to be. So this is for growth purposes. For those of you who want to be honest. Now I know that y'all might be, the heavenly saints who don't never do nothing wrong, who ain't never in nobody else's business, who always got it together, who always, hey Mo, who always got it together, always got it going on. You always, on the up and up. You super save, you the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious saint. Ain't nothing out of line with you. You got every iron, every wrinkle iron, and every hair in place. So I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking about those of us who fall short, those of us who miss the mark, those of us who don't always have it right, who sometimes mess up, and who are not above saying, "Hey, that's me." So I can say right now, that's me. I'm the one who, listen, I will mess up in a minute. And I always want to admit my fault. I am never one to always put somebody else's stuff out on Front Street and I don't deal with mine. She did come up with the brooms. I needed to put the brooms up there. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Me. That's me. That's me. So I'm not talking to those. Hello, Francesca. I'm not talking to those. Let me get off the comments and let you handle that, Annette. I'm not talking to those who are who got it all together. I'm talking to those who are like me. Interfering into other people's business can be very damaging. I have seen it ruin friendships and marriages and cause toxic, bitter separation in families. The Bible speaks very strongly about having a judgmental spirit. And I'm going to leave that with Annette because I didn't realize, as always, our topics are extremely close. So I am like, she's got some real good stuff that she's going to share. And I was like, ooh, we had the same text. I'm like, I ain't bothering that. I'm going to take that right on out. And I'm going to deal with this from a practical standpoint, because when she comes up, it's going to go to the next level. But we put ourselves in a position of judging others as if we hold the keys to the kingdom.
Come on.
As if we have a heaven or hell to put somebody in. As if we know all the answers. As if we're the smartest being on earth. And this is what you need to do. And I'm telling you what you got to do. I'm telling you what you need to do. Oh my God. So did it work for you? What happened with you? Well, let's see what happened was, But we live in a world today that is very quick to judge or pass judgment on people without looking at ourselves first. We're quick to judge people based on race, based on income level, based on where they live, based on their past, based on listen to this one. How about this? Where they attend church? What denomination are you under? What name you baptized under? Oh, I know I just stepped on some toes. So we're quick to judge. And we find it very easy to judge others based on our own standard of measure. But when we measure ourselves up against God, then we see how low we really are. We are nothing compared to the awesome Creator. So therefore, instead of putting yourself in a position as though you are wearing a crown on your nappy head, take a moment and put your hand up there and feel. You don't feel one, do you?
Ain't nothing up there.
And what that means is that you have not been crowned King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and therefore you can look down on everybody else and pass judgment. It's not your job. Yeah. And we do that. We're quick to judge people, and we're quick to come to an assumption. We'll assume something, and that in itself can be damaging. It's hurtful. I've been a victim of that. And I'm sure that I put my nasty tongue on somebody else and victimized them before. And that's why we pray and ask God for forgiveness for sins of commission and omission. Sometimes we don't even realize some of the things and the people that we've hurt, even by carrying something to somebody else. You have to be careful. Instead of looking at the other person, I'll be like, listen, when I hear something, I'll be like, oh my God. Oh, let me go and check my stuff. Let me go and see. I don't need nothing jumping out of my closet. So there's a song, and every time I look at this slide, I keep thinking about the Williams Brothers. Sweep around your own front door, before you try to sweep around mine. And I'm going to read some of the words to that song. There are too many people trying to take care of other people's business, and they can't even take care of their own. What you need to do is take 6 months to mind your own business and 6 months to leave other folks' business alone. Oh, I love that line. Listen, that means the whole year you ain't in my business, because you're spending 6 months on yours and 6 months leaving others alone.
That's right. That's right.
Another verse says, you smile in your neighbor's face and talk about them behind their back. But if you found out they were doing the same thing to you, you wouldn't like that. Who are we to judge what other people do? Take a look at yourself, and you could find some faults there too. Just look in the mirror. Another verse says, you're always on the telephone, putting down on someone else. You need to take a little time, stop, look in the mirror, and check yourself. We all have sins that come short of God's glory, so we don't have time to spread hearsay. And he says, put love in your heart where there is hate. You need to clean it up. I wouldn't let it be said I waited too late. Clean it up. Stop going around talking about your friends. Don't you know that's a sin? How can you criticize someone else when you're doing wrong yourself? Be careful how you throw stones, because it might break up somebody's home. And that is the truth.
That's the truth.
That is the truth. So sweep around your own front door before you try to bring your little stinking broom over to my house around mine.
Not the stinking.
Okay. You got dirt and dust and everything and crumbs around your own front door. So you keep your little stinking, raggedy, frayed hair broom over on your porch and let me deal with what's on mine. because judgment is not for us upon each other, because judgment belongs to God. And when we judge, I'm gonna let me and talk about that judgmental spirit. But when we judge, when I looked up the word, guess what? I like to take a word and deal with it from a transitive and intransitive tense. I like to take a verb dealing with the phrase, and I got it right out of the phrase tonight. When I was looking at it, I was like, oh my God, that's judgment. Oh my God. So what does it mean to judge? The word judge has both the transitive and intransitive tense. A transitive verb means an object that makes sense, and an intransitive verb makes sense without one. So what it means is to form an opinion. And when you form an opinion, you view, you judge, and you appraise. So that means you're going to look at me and you're going to determine who I am, and you're going to appraise what I'm worth. That is not your job. Because when God looks at me, he sees the person that he fearfully and wonderfully made. And when he judges me, guess what? He gonna judge me, but his grace is sufficient for me, whether you like it or not. So don't get mad when his favor shines on somebody else. Guess what? Because favor ain't fair. And only he knows the worth, because it is him who made you. He put you here and got you still here breathing and living and impacting lives. So you can't tell me what value I am or am not in the world. So go on and take your little stinking broom and sweep it over there, and don't bring it over here with mine. Your thoughts on that?
I just love the stinking broom.
Can you see that broom with all the little hairs like this, little frayed hairs? You take that little raggedy stinking broom over there and sweep your whole floor.
But I love it because I was thinking that I got enough stuff going on. I don't never have to think about nobody else's stuff. But I think a lot of times people do, because you get away from your foolishness, so you can be judgmental about other people's foolishness. So yeah. Some of us need to be honest. Some people need push brooms around their own house. That's
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Some people need push brooms. Some people, and listen, some people need not only a push broom, but some people need like the street sweeper. That little. Yeah. Some people need to go on past that little thing and go on and get that big old.
Because we got so much garbage,
mm-hmm.
So much stuff.
Mm-hmm. So listen. So that was my share tonight. That was the transformational topic, and I hope it made you go.
Yeah, it made me.
It sure did that to me. It did that to me. So, oh man. So with all of that being said, we have come to the time.
I love it.
Can we talk on that? She got her cup, y'all.
Yes, we can.
She didn't come empty-handed tonight. She said she ain't playing with y'all tonight. She coming with her cup. She gonna have her mug. So can we talk? Yes, we can.
Yeah, just this side right now.
Yes, we can. Yes. So we're gonna pause for a moment, because we're gonna have our quick moment. We love our moments that we are able to have our Annettism, our quote from the quoteologist herself, the Annettism. We're gonna pause for that. And while we're pausing, hello. Oh, she came at the right time. I wish you would have been here early to hear about the stinking broom. Your old front door with your little stinking broom. She would have had a lot to say.
I love it.
We're about to go into the next phase. But we are going to pause for a moment. But make sure you take a moment and share and let somebody know, they on. It's already on and popping, and we just got started. So make sure you go and share with somebody. So we're going to pause for our Annettism, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Life is like Art Deco, a valuable time in art, which allows me to look back into that historical phase of life and appreciate where I am now. So I won't stop painting. Life is like abstract art, where I can continue to think beyond where my senses tell me and go forward to what I believe. Then I've moved to my possibilities, so I won't stop painting. Life is like expressionism art, where I use the bold and unrealistic colors that may not look so good to others, but it feels oh so right to me because I believe in my uniqueness. So I won't stop painting. Life is realism art. It gives me the reflection of how I see myself and recognize who I really am. This enables me to believe and go forward on my path. So I won't stop painting. This is Annism's Expressions. All right, all right, all right. So when I was listening to Anita, I did not realize, y'all think we really just be saying stuff, but Anita was all up in my Kool-Aid. I was like, wait a minute, what is she saying? But anyway, that lets you know that we don't run a chord. You know, we don't talk about it, we just do it. So we're gonna move on. Okay, there are some matters and experiences that causes people to become hurt, fractured, or broken spiritually and emotionally. And I dare say, even on tonight, somebody's there. Sometimes it just takes a conversation to mend a broken heart or spirit. That's why we're here on every Wednesday. In some cases, a band-aid won't do it. You need a power tool.
Power tool.
Well, my power tool tonight, and when Nita was talking, I said, man, look at God. My power tool is judges of fruit pickers. Which one are you? Judges of fruit pickers. And I thought about this one day I was on social media and they were talking about, what I would say social media, and they were talking about how people judge. And this particular site was on, it was talking about, people with different sexual orientation. And on one hand, they were saying, well, I don't believe in the Bible. But then on the other hand, they tried to quote scripture. Wait a minute, which one are you? Are you? Do you read the Bible? Or you don't? And one of the things they said was one of the biggest things. The Bible said, "Don't judge, and judge ye not, be judged." And I thought about that, and I did a little research on it. And in this particular chapter, in Matthew chapter 7, it's talking about a couple judges and fruit pickers. And I want to read Matthew 7, 1 and 2. So judge not that ye not be judged, for with what judgment you judge, you shall be judged, and with what measure you meet, it shall be measured unto you to you again. And why beholdeth the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but consider not the beam that is in thine own eye. And when Anita was talking about sweeping around your own door, I was thinking, yeah, that's that broom handle. Someone's got a whole broom handle in our eye, and we're trying to we're trying to figure out something about somebody else. But anyway, I wanted to look at judge. When I looked at the word, I wanted to do a little word search to make this thing come together. And I looked at the word judge. It means to pick out, to choose by separating. It means to be distinguished. It means to refer to making a determination what's right or wrong or innocent or guilt. It's really official legal terminology. When they go on trial, it's trying to figure out something, to pick it out, to be opinionated, to judge. Now, to judge, but now in this particular text, when we're talking about judge, we're talking about in the spiritual sense. Now, point here wasn't that we would not. Jesus' point that we were not to make any kind of judgment. He was saying that we are not to be hypocritical about it. Our natural instinct is to see the faults and problems of other people when ignoring our own issues and shortcomings. Jesus wasn't saying don't judge. He was warning us against pointing the finger. And this was part of a section of teaching all about the hypocrisy of the religious teachers of that time. Part of their faulty thinking was how they looked down on others, and how they were lack of being impressed. But let me say that there's a difference between judging and being judgmental. We must judge or discern as Christians between right and wrong. It's just the way it is. I know what people say, but no, they're talking being judgmental, how we look down our nose at people, how we think we're better than people. So Christians have to be able to judge between right and wrong, good and bad. But we must not have an attitude. Anyone who sees other people issues, we think we're superior because Anita touched on it, because we are part of the Church of God in Christ, and I'm Church of God, and I'm this and I'm that. And then we begin to look at people and base what we see about people based on what we think. And the core of a judgment attitude is pride. Here we are. Listen, yeah, you can be prideful, your prideful self, just because you belong to the church of the Most High God or wherever you go. Because it's very interesting to me how people think when they go to a particular church. Which, I mean, I don't care. Go where you feel you let it go. But don't think that just your people that go to your church are the only one going to heaven. So I asked myself this question one day, and I was looking at this church. It was 200 years old. I said, man, how awesome is that? But you do know there were some people that's going to be with the Lord that was here thousands of years ago before your church was even created. So don't think like you got it going on. And so we sit in the seat of judgment. It makes us feel better, when we see other people's mistakes. So, because when you're looking at somebody else's mistake, you don't have to really deal with your own. You see, the core of a judge mental attitude is pride. It's feeling better than others when we see their mistakes, struggles, lack of biblical knowledge, or immature spiritual life. It's an attitude that ranks sin and lifestyle according to what we perceive to be better or worse. And this is why we're having the problem in our country, because we're spending so much time on this one sin, and you got about 10, but you're killing somebody else with their one, because we've already put it in rank. So my sin is number 10, homosexuality. That's the one you just going to hell. Oh, but what about your backbiting and your lying and your cheating and your gossiping? And the Bible talks about busybody. And so that's what happens. So we become judgmental. And yes, we are. We're not judging people to discern anything most of the time. We're judging them so we can talk about, child, you saw so-and-so. No, that's not what this scripture is talking about. Jesus is saying that we can't judge, but he's talking about the saints. He's talking about those who have a particular type of heart, that we don't spend all our time trying to talk about somebody else. Just because you don't do what they do, don't mean you're not trifling. Even sometimes I was thinking about this, and years ago when I was at this particular church, and it was this one lady that was in the choir. She was absolutely horrible, I mean, but because she was older, there was a certain level of respect, but she was so doggone judgmental, everybody. And I remember that one night I just clicked. I lost it. And I said, oh my God, oh my God. And even the director of the choir said, he said, Annie. I said, oh, I had to pull myself together because I had got so sick of it. People struggling. You don't know what it takes to get here. And you're going to sit here and drag everybody. And eventually I did apologize to her. But she told me, she said, you know what? She said, I deserve that. Because with me going off, and I shouldn't have done it. And I repented so many, oh no, I haven't time repenting for that one sin. But what she finally realized is you don't know what it takes for a person to even put on a pair of shoes to walk out the door. Some people can barely make it, and the last place they need to come to is church, and you sit on your seat or do nothing and begin to judge them. No, the Bible talks about judging spiritually. You're discerning some situations. Yeah, I mean, when I say discern, just because somebody come in with a short dress, you ain't discerning nothing, child. You just looking at what they got on and how tight it is. No, you ask God to give you that ability to discern their heart, their struggle. You don't know that thing that same young lady may go home and put a gun in her mouth. You don't know. And so when the Bible talks about judge, it's talking about judging and discerning. And it do go on and talk about how you going to talk about somebody when you got all this stuff going on in your own life. So are you a judge? Or are you a fruit picker? And then I want to deal with the fruit aspect of it. Of the chapter, Matthew 7:16-20 says this: you will know them by their fruits. Grapes are not gathered from thorn bushes, nor figs from thistles are they. Even so, every good tree bears good fruit, but the bad trees bad fruit. A good tree cannot produce bad fruit, nor can a bad tree produce good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Listen here, my tree, I'm trying to have some good stuff. I don't want to be thrown in the fire. So when you know them by their fruit. When you look at the word fruit, I had to really dive into that a little bit because, oftentimes when we do our word study, it usually don't mean what we think it means. And so in this particular text, it means your deed, your action, your result, your profit, and your gain. So I was looking at the fruit. I say, okay, so God, what is you saying in this text? So there is no need to be deceived if we look closely to this text. It's really talking about deceptive false prophet that Jesus is talking about. No one needs to help in deciding that a tree is bad if it bears shriveled, discolored, and obviously rotten, no fruit at all. It's the tree that appears to be good fruit, but does not. That is deceptive. A tree can look like it's producing. You can look at an apple tree and the apples are red or green, whatever the color that particular apple is, but you can bite into it and there's worms. So don't be deceived by what you see. And that's what it was saying about the fruit. Is it possible for the grapes to be stuck on thorns bushel and for figs to, after warning about false prophet? Jesus tell us to watch out, and we need to be able to identify them. We know them by their fruit. And if the truth be told, in the last year we seen some fruit hanging on the trees that was not of God. It was just hanging on there looking good, and it was not good to taste because they are so extremely deceptive and dangerous spiritually, and they do things, and they say they come in the name of the Lord, but they don't come in the name of the Lord. They come deceptive. So you have to be careful. Even when we follow particular preachers, and yeah, they can speak well and they can prophesy, and people could be slain in the spirit. But what happens when you hear these stories? And we're not here to judge the stories. I'm talking about the fruit, because if you tell me you're an apple tree, I better doggone see some apples. I mean, don't tell me you're an apple tree and I see oranges hanging on you. So those of us who have a spirit of discernment, we have to be able to discern the time, discern these men and women of God who say they come in the name of the Lord. And so that's why I was so thrown off in 20 the last couple of years, because wait a minute, why are all these prophets prophesying the same thing? You had a handful of prophets saying this, and you had other prophets that they weren't even allowed to really speak in certain places because you didn't agree. See, sometimes if you're a true prophet, sometimes you don't prophesy what everybody else is prophesying. God will give you something that makes no sense, that's not lining up, that everybody else saying go to the right, and that's where he is. But then, and God will send a prophet from nowhere and say, hey, no, sisters and brothers, go to the left. So some false prophets are noticeably, you notice that something is off with them. And I'm saying, Lord God, please, God, don't let me be judging these men and women of God. But then at the end of this last election, and it fascinated me that all these prophets prophesied. Well, they repeated what they heard, because a lot of it wasn't prophecy. They were only repeating what the other
Obviously
prophet
not.
said, and the other prophet said. And you know what threw me off too, because I'm like, wait a minute. So if God said it, it's gonna come to pass. So there was no need to say stop to steal. You can't steal nothing that God has already prophesied to come to pass. So you have to understand there are others that conceal their true nature and be stuck on the thistles. They look good, they dress the part, they articulate well, every word is just so. And I be saying, now God, please. And I have to really watch myself. God, let me not sit in the seat of judgment. Let me be able to really discern, not be judgmental, discern, and to see those fruit that hanging on the trees. And I saw some stuff in the last couple of years I never thought I would see. And when I say God snatched the covers off of people, not only did he snatch covers off of them, hey, I'm not sitting up here and being all righteous. This cover was snatched off of me too, because I wasn't doing some of the things that I needed to do. So judge. We have a right to judge. We have a right to be divinely judged, not judgmental like so many of us are and have been. And I dare say, if I keep living, I'll probably be judgmental again. But I just hope that God remind me, daughter, stop being judgmental, and then you be judgely discerning what I'm saying. So judge, but don't be judgmental, and watch and be careful of the fruit that you pick. because we all got some low hanging fruit. I don't know about you. Some of your fruit are low hanging. Because I remember, and I'm almost finished. I remember years ago when I was growing up, we would go into the orange grove and Mama would bring all us and we would pick oranges. And so my brothers would be the ones that would get on the ladders and go up and get high in the trees, because they say the higher you go, the better the fruit. But see, I was the one, because I wasn't getting going up the ladder. I would pick from the low hanging fruit. So listen, I said that to say this: we all got some low hanging fruit. Some of us not always up in the mountaintop with a good, on the top of the trees where the good oranges are. Some of us got that stuff hanging at the bottom, and listen, we got some issues. So me with my low hanging fruit self, I had to figure out, God, get me to a place that I'll be able to discern rightfully, and I'll be able to see, not only see other people's fruit. Listen, I need to see my own fruit. It ain't about slamming the prophets, because God gave me a prophetic call. It's for me to also line up and do the things I've been called to do. So I just need to ask you tonight, are you a judge? Are you a fruit picker? Only you and God could answer that. And that's it for me tonight.
Ouch! Ouch! You making me hoop. You making me hoop the ouch in that. Wow, what an analogy! That was very, very clever. Very well done. And it's true. We do have to discern. We have to discern, and in our discernment, at times we walk that thin line.
Yes.
And that's, we walk the thin line and start, making things seem like something that they're not, or adding to the story, or saying God said what he didn't say. And it gets muddy. The story always gets muddy when we start adding our own little additives and stuff to it. And then we cross that line. That's why we're straddling that fence, between judging, discerning, and being judgmental. So it was great the way they lined up tonight. Thank you for that. That was really powerful. And I know that there are some people who really have benefited from both the transformational topic and the power tool on tonight. I'm telling you. See, I took it light, but Annette took it there. I did call it stinking brooms. I just felt
You
a little,
did. I'm gonna say.
I felt like going a little hard tonight about people with their little stinking brooms all around my front door. Get away from my front door
Yeah.
and stop sweeping around. Sweep around your own front door. Always talking about what somebody else is doing, and you should be discerning your own life is falling apart. You got a hurricane going on your own porch. But you got your little stinking, frayed up, raggedy broom going to your neighbor's house to sweep their junk up. So go
Yeah.
and sweep. Go back to your hurricane and tornado torn up porch that you have, and sweep there. Your own life falls apart because you're so busy, got your back turned on your own stuff. You're looking at somebody else's, and that's where you left the spirit of discernment, where you needed to judge the people in your own life and the situations that you're dealing with there. You left all of that and you took your little stinking, frayed up, raggedy, hair missing, snaggletooth broom over to somebody else's porch to sweep there. She talking about stinky brooms draw flies. Yes. So that's the size of it though. You have to, that's the gist of it. So I hope this has helped somebody tonight. It's time for us to go to our next part. But I know that this has been beneficial to somebody tonight. And now we're gonna come off the little serious stuff and go to our fun stuff. We have our tea time topics coming up. I'm so happy about the tea time topics. It's my favorite part of the show, the tea time topics. But before we do, we're gonna pause for just a moment for our commercial break. But I have a couple of things that I have to share, that I want to share with y'all, that is not in the actual commercial, because I was so busy that I didn't have a chance to include this particular one, and then I haven't uploaded my redone commercials yet because I'm waiting. I need to contact the person about a voiceover, but I'm going to show you one thing that we're doing. We're actually, tomorrow is the National Day of Prayer. and we're asking that you join us. We join forces with the collaboration. Y'all know we pray every first and third Saturday, but we have joined forces with the collaboration for the National Day of Prayer that's going to take place tomorrow at 8 p.m. live on Clubhouse in the Praying Through the Pandemic room under the direction of Elder Moselle Mason. We are so excited. We have myself, Prophet Elijah McCrae, Evangelist Annette Anderson, Elder Jeffrey Brown, Angela Cobb, Pastor Christopher Keys, Dr. Evangelist Mary Smith, and Elder Brenda L. Jackson. So we're going to go forth in prayer, and it's time to pray. We've been going through so much in this world, and it's just time for the saints to pray. So I'm going to go from that. We're going to go to our commercial. I do have a one that I want to play that's going to really bless your hearts. And we're going to go to our regular commercials, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you invite somebody. Click right now. Go and invite your friends and your family. Tell them we're about to have the good part. Get your mug, Francesca. Pull it on out. It's time for us to go to that next level. We'll be right back.
Making sure that toxic relationship we came out of don't make us bitter, but make us better. Yes. And so you're looking for somebody good out there, but you're not good yourself. Absolutely. So the thing about it is working within yourself. When you go into the relationship as your best and they go into the relationship as their best, then you have a great relationship.
Welcome to another amazing episode of the TMT podcast,
as we continue to help you take your relationship from surviving to thriving.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbewell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share. It's that time. Tea Time Topics.
Yes, it's Tea Time Topics. Tea Time Topics, my favorite part. All right, we're going to go straight into our Tea Time Topics tonight. You know what? The older he got, the stranger he looked. I still see, what's that guy, Beetlejuice? Edward Scissorhands. That's what I'm thinking about. I still see Edward Scissorhands every time I look at him. But this is Johnny Depp. This is a crazy story. I've been following this a little. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's relationship began more than a decade ago and eventually devolved into what appears to have been a toxic marriage. The couple split in 2016, but have continued to battle in court over an op-ed Heard wrote for the Washington Post in 2018, in which she described surviving domestic violence without mentioning Depp by name. Depp is suing for $50 million in damages and denies ever being physically violent with Heard. Heard also countersuing him for $100 million and claims she was only ever violent with Depp in self-defense or defense of her younger sister. In a detailed statement of the alleged assault, Heard said, "I will never forget it. It changed my life." Amber told the Virginia courtroom for the first time Johnny Depp allegedly hit her in the winter of 2011. She said, "I laughed. I thought he was joking, and he slapped me across the face." The often tearful actress said of the reaction from her then boyfriend as she inquired about a tattoo he had as the two were drinking together. "I laughed because I didn't know what else to do." After 13 days of testimony, attorneys for Johnny Depp on Tuesday rested their case in his defamation trial against Amber Heard, and Heard's legal team began presenting their side. So, when it comes to marriages, there's always several sides to a story. But I'm not here to say whether his side or her side is right, but I do know that in a lot of cases, I've been down that road where when people are talking about domestic violence or situations and they don't mention your name, when you start screaming and hollering, it's almost like you're singling yourself out. Because if it wasn't about you, then why are you hollering? He said people assumed it was about him, and because of that, defamation of character and stuff. I just don't know if it warranted that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Things can get out of hand.
They could.
And then, and everybody feel a certain way, and most times, it's I was done wrong, and sometimes it's hard to even pull the truth out. But I haven't followed it. I just been seeing people talking about it. Heck, I didn't know who she was. I knew him. I didn't know her until I said, "Oh, that's who she is." Okay.
Yeah, I've been following it, and when I do with people, when we talk about it, people who have actually been through it, we understand the magnitude and how it can get out of hand. Especially when you got a guy standing up talking about, "Well, she hit me." Yeah, there are some women who do, like I've seen it before where women have been violent or imposing domestic violence on a man. However, when I look at the stories, and in this case, why, whereas she did not mention his name, I just don't think it warranted taking it to this level. I don't. And now you're airing out all your dirty laundry, and I just feel bad for him. So I pray for him. I just wanted to put it up because I kept seeing it, and every time I see him walk in the courtroom, those sunglasses are driving me crazy because all I see is Edward Scissorhands. I'm like, I can't see nothing else. And he's gotten older, he's gained a lot of weight. And that's a good picture that I put up earlier, though. But
actually, it is a nice picture.
Oh, she said her daughter filled her in on Monday. Yep. I mean, it's been an interesting case for those who haven't followed it. Maybe I need to talk to your daughter, Grace, because I have actually followed it, and it has been an interesting case to unfold. And it's got me looking at Johnny Depp some type of way. It's like, it's been interesting. So we're going to see. We're going to see where this goes. My thoughts and prayers go out to all of them. All I can see is Edward Scissorhands. Like, he used to have that expression on his face, like, that's how he looked coming in the courtroom with those little glasses. All right, so we're going to keep it moving. Come on, fellas. We don't have a bell for that one way or the other. Let's keep it moving. Take us on to our next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All right, this is a very good story here. Kevin Hart merges Laugh Out Loud and Heartbeat production raises $100 million investment. The entrepreneur describes Heartbeat as a global multi-platform media company creating entertainment at the intersection of comedy and culture with a mission to keep the world laughing together. Heartbeat is launching with a $100 million investment from private equity firm Aubrey, partners, giving it a minority stake. Aubrey partner Nicholas Masser is taking a seat on the Heartbeat board. Peacock, NBC Universal streaming service, which already had an equity stake in Laugh Out Loud, 2020. I had never heard of it. We remain a shareholder. The creation of Heartbeat and our capital raise with Arbery represents a new era in comedy. This all started out with a mission to keep the world laughing together, and I'm so proud of our team have delivered on that, putting in the hard work to build the most innovative and inclusive comedic storytelling company, Hart said in a written statement. In an industry that loves to say no and close doors, I've been bullish about forging our own path and using our success to open doors for others. With this merger and funding, we're taking the new blueprint we've built in entertainment to the next level and creating opportunities for new generation of comedic talent. That's cool. I can't wait to bring the world more comedians experiencing stories with humor and heart. He existed. I guess it's supposed to be his existing leadership team from Heartbeat Production and Laugh Out Loud will continue to oversee day-to-day operations. Hart will serve as a chairman of a new company, Thea Randolph, who helps raise the capital and held position as president and COO of Laugh Out Loud, okay, and COO of Heartbeat Production is now CEO of Heartbeat. And so that's pretty good. That, and I'm gonna just throw this in, especially we need that after what happened, last night with the comedian Anita, where the guy rushed the stage.
Right. Yeah, with Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna pull that in today, but I was like, we have too many. So, but yeah, that was crazy. But and he had a weapon. I was looking at that today, and it was like, wow. And it's I mean, and it was something that Jassy said earlier. I got to find her comment. She made a good comment. She said, "Some broke comedians laughed when he started this. They are not laughing now."
Yeah.
That's that whole thing about judgment.
Yep.
Be
That's
careful,
right.
because you might just judge your way out of something that could have been a blessing. You have to be careful. We have to be careful what we put. We put stuff in the atmosphere sometimes, and we create our own doom, and then we get mad at God. Don't get mad at God when you speak gloom and doom and you put foolishness out in the atmosphere and you take your stinking broom in other places and you judge people by their past or mistakes and stuff like that. And then when something happens that moves them from you, they move along. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen women harshly judge men. I mean, treat a man like dirt, like hot garbage. And act like he the worst thing in the world, and he ain't putting his hands on you. He faithful. He work every day. He doing what he do, and then you get mad when he move on. Well, you done talked your way out of it.
Yeah,
you talked yourself right up out of your own marriage, or or relationship, boyfriend. You done talked them all. You done messed. Okay, all right. All right. I'm done. I'm through. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
And then you get mad. So we do that all the time, but these comedians who may have laughed at him then, they're probably looking like, oh, hold up,
100 million.
Yo, Kev, hey, remember me?
Hook a brother up.
Yeah, hook a brother up. But we're grateful for that, and we totally applaud him and all of these great efforts and things. Yeah. Yes, awesome sauce. We're so grateful. Wait a minute, take that out. Awesome sauce. So grateful. Let me give him another. Yes. Awesome sauce. All right. So, wait a minute. What'd she say? Well, now they want to make sure he remembers them. Absolutely. Hey, yo. Remember me? We used to hang out back in the day. Be like, peace. All right. Hey. Michael, good man, faithful, working hard. You don't want him, but Pookie. Need I say more? Hey, you pass over Michael, who work hard, who a good man, who nice and kind, don't treat you like garbage, and you want Pookie.
When
you get Pookie,
I love him.
you throw Pookie in the river. I have to give you one, Jassy. That's some funny stuff. All right, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. Boom. This is a nice one. A nice story.
Oh
Beautiful,
yeah.
beautiful. Rosen Skincare founder Jamaica Martin is defying acne skincare barriers for Black women at Ulta Beauty. The UCLA graduate has gone from formulating products in her dorm room at UCLA to selling products at retail conglomerates like Target and Urban Outfitters. Rosen Skincare now graces the shelves at Ulta Beauty. Go,
Wow.
girl!
You better do it,
That's
girl.
what I'm saying. Martin is uniquely setting herself apart from the rest. Unlike her competitors, her journey to entrepreneurship was a personal one. For most of Martin's life, she suffered from severe acne breakouts and scarring after several failed attempts using in store remedies and treatments to help her condition. Martin decided to try Accutane twice, nothing worked. I was 9 months off my second round of Accutane. I was scared to even do it at the first time because it is a horrible drug. I was just at such a desperate point with my skin. I didn't love my skin at all. I did it twice and it didn't work for me at all. So I went into Target and looked at all the products when I realized they were the same brands I've been using since the fifth grade. Nothing had changed. That's what inspired Rosen, Martin said. Her frustration, coupled with her innate desire to learn more about her skin, birthed the creation of her business. I participated in the Summer Accelerated program at my college, and that was super helpful to go from this farmers market to what differentiation looks like and what scale looks like. Just all these things I was not familiar with, but I had not made any money at the time. It was not until 2018, April of 2018, when I got into the Target Accelerated program that I first understood retail. That is when I realized I could be on the shelves one day and hopefully at Ulta Beauty, she stated. As a result of being historically branded as a predominantly white woman elite category, clean skin care developed a rigid reputation of being inaccessible to the average consumer of Black people. For decades, the cosmetic industry excluded Black women from the conversations of skin inclusivity. Consequently, they created products with ingredients that neglected the needs of major skin conditions common with the Black community, such as hyperpigmentation, oily skin, acne-prone skin, and eczema. Rosen Skincare is sold in 700 Ulta Beauty stores nationwide and has just announced it's releasing 2 new skincare products formulated for acne-prone skin hyperpigmentation available on its official website. Through her brand, Martin dedicates herself advocating for the accessibility and representing Blackness to the clean beauty space. You go, girl. Look at God. Look at God,
Mhm.
Annette.
Yeah, how awesome is that?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That is awesome. Yes, that's right, Jesse. Glow up, sis. We love it. We love it. We love it. We applaud. We applaud. We applaud. Let me get this applause going here so we can give her a nice little bell and applause. Yes, 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 yes. And you know, there aren't a lot of things. We used to always complain about this back in the day. Remember the only counter there was in was it Belk Lindsay or Burdines or whatever was Fashion Fair, and it was greasy.
Yeah, girl, wasn't it?
Ain't nobody want to use it because you hug somebody and your makeup on their shirt. That's something. I love it. All right, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All righty. I am going to uh I'm going to attempt something here with this lady's name.
Wait a minute. You don't have the you must not have gotten the second thing. I'll read this one.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, because
Yeah, this is
because that's Kim Kardashian.
that's Kim Kardashian. We had
Yeah.
there's a
Oh
well, I
yeah.
tell you what, let me go to the chef first. I'll
Okay.
do the chef and then you do Kim. Okay.
Okay.
It's actually very easy. Chef Yanika Banda
Oh, that's it.
debuts the official Wakanda cookbook. Actually, I'm gonna go to her. Let me do her, and then we'll do the
Then I do okay.
right. Oh my God,
Oh,
where's her picture? Her picture didn't come in. That's why. That's why I went to Kim.
okay.
Okay, I have to find hers, but we're gonna talk about her. Let me tell you what. Go to Kim and let me find this lady.
Okay. All
Please.
right. Miss Kimmy Poo Poo. All right. A Los Angeles jury today rejected model Black China defamation lawsuit against members of the Kardashian. I always destroy them people names because I don't watch them.
Kardashian.
Jenna Clan. A major victory for the reality TV personalities who were accused of derailing China's unscripted television career. Jurors deliberated for a full day Friday and throughout Monday morning, indicating mid-afternoon Monday that they had reached a verdict. The verdict sided with the Kardashians and Jenners, with the panel declining to award any damage to China. I'm going to say Black China, who had been seeking more than $100 million in damage. So she ain't getting no money neither. she ain't no money.
She ain't get no money.
No.
But you know what? I mean, at the end of the day, I feel for him, but I've learned this in this industry. There's some people that it's not even worth it. It's not worth you going after them. And this is where we have to get to the point that we understand when the Bible talks about, when the Lord says, vengeance is mine. We got to learn to let some stuff go and let God deal with some people. But I know it's difficult sometimes when we want to see people get got. And then we go after them, and from society's standpoint, they get away with it or whatever. But at the end of the day, in this case, she's not getting anything. I feel for her. I don't really know. I don't have a side on this case, but when I saw it, it's like it just seems like But then too, this is another story. And I'm not, please don't think I'm calling this person the devil. I'm not calling anybody the devil. But when we look at things from a standpoint of when we get tired of the way it seems like people get away with the things that they do to us, it doesn't mean they get away with anything. Because in the words of my cousin, and I love to quote her in this, I think she was very brilliant when she wrote this in her song, God's eyes, they're not closed. He's not asleep. He's watching every move you make and every secret you keep. Like
you see what
I'm judging, and I am. Yes. So that's why God's watching every move we make and every secret we keep. He's not oblivious to what's going on in your life or with anyone that does anything to you. And sometimes we do ourselves such a disservice when we try to go and tell, quote unquote, our side of the story. I've been there, and I had to learn to keep my mouth closed and let God deal with people. And trust me, He will deal with people. He will deal with them. Just when you think that He's not dealing with them, He will deal with them. And she said they're going to get theirs, trust, and they will. There's a lot of people have been crushed and hurt. I've heard a lot of stories, and I'm not there, and I'm not judging anybody, but I do know that God is not asleep. He sees, and He will not acquit the wicked. That's in Nahum. Read the book of Nahum, and they'll tell you He will not acquit the wicked. So polar thing, she ain't getting nothing. And we don't listen. I haven't used this belt in a long time, so we just have a little flat line in the middle. That's all we got for now.
That's all Black China get.
Hey, that's all she gets.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart. That's all we got for you, China. That's all we got, baby. Come on, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All right, now I can go to the chef. This is the chef, the one that we were trying to do earlier. Chef Yannika Banda debuts the official Wakanda cookbook to celebrate Black Panther, the storyline of King T'Challa's protecting his fictional kingdom. The technology advanced society of Wakanda from outsiders resonated with the comic book fan base, many of whom tried to submit their passports to visit the exclusive African destination. I can't believe people were trying to go to Wakanda. While the possibility of traveling to an imaginary Wakanda is not plausible, Chef Yannika Banda created a cookbook to provide enthusiasts with a culinary trip to the mythical nation. Jennifer Sims, Banda's editor at Insight Editions, the publisher of Wakanda book, didn't want the recipes to represent a generic Africa. We wanted to make sure we weren't trying to represent Africa as having one food culture. She says both women worked closely with Marvel's team to produce dishes that upheld the storytelling of the comic book. We would talk about their whether or not they felt like it would be a part of Wakanda, said Banda. I wanted there to be an integrity within the dish, but also have integrity in terms of storytelling. Through her research, Banda's recipes reflected the folklore of Wakanda culture. For instance, Wakanda boasts a lake, so Banda considered creating fish dishes. According to the Marvel Comics, Wakanda is situated in a sub-Saharan Africa, where food items like cassava, mangoes, and meat from goats would be plentiful. Also taken from the film where tribal leader Mabaku barks at the CIA agent character and threatens to feed him to his children, but quips that he's a vegetarian, inspired Banda to develop dishes that included eggplants and herbs. So that's nice that you take a story like that, considering that there are some folk who are actually trying to go to Wakanda that does not exist.
I didn't even really thought that was for real. Wow.
It's not for real. So, but we do applaud her. I want to get the cookbook. Listen, I just bought some spices from somebody that I heard give a presentation on Clubhouse, and the spices are amazing. He's taking a lot of herbs and stuff. So I'm really always looking to get stuff like that. When I see stuff like that, it really inspires me. So hats off.
Yeah, very good.
Hats off to her. Yeah. Any thoughts on that? All right.
I think it's amazing. Hopefully, when the new movie come out, maybe they'll mention her.
Maybe they'll have her in it.
Yeah.
Our chef, Nyanyika Bandu. All right. All right, fellas, take us to our next one. Nyanyika Bandu.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
All right, good story here. Husband and wife duo Dino and Heather Cummings are delighted to announce the launch of a new membership community called Black Card. I love that. According to the creators, Black Card was developed to give members access to special perks and advantages that come with being a part of a large economic group. Every year, we spend a lot of money. Gee whiz. Every year, Black Americans spend over 1.5 trillion, yet aren't fully enjoying the fruits of their labor, utilizing the impact to give back and to build wealth in their communities. This membership community was designed to offer premium benefits from an impressive lineup of local and international brands while still supporting Black-owned businesses and nonprofit organizations. We're able to negotiate deals and secure savings of up to 50% off from over 1,500 retailers on things we buy every day. We are just getting started, they said. Members of the Black Card community will enjoy exclusive benefits, including upgraded rooms at their favorite hotel, skipping the line for their next night out on the town, insiders access at events, and unpublished pricing from local and international brands. The Black Card community prides itself on being a gathering of like-minded individuals and not just concerned with getting discount, but also committed to supporting Black excellence and uplifting their communities. The founders have pledged that a portion of every Black Card membership fee will go towards supporting a Black-owned nonprofit organization, while a portion will be reserved to provide small business grants. The founder of this revolutionary movement, a seasoned business expert with decades of experiences launching successful businesses. Dino and Heather Cummings have established themselves as industry leaders by generating over $20 million in sales and serving over 100,000 women worldwide with products and services. The couple have been featured in multiple publications, including Essence, Ebony, Hype Hair, Mental, and Life and Style. The business also was recognized in 2019 Inc. 5,000 list as one of the nation's fastest growing small businesses. To become a member of this exclusive cultural community, interested individuals can simply visit their website and sign up today at www.getblackcard.com.
Ooh, I want my Black
And it's BLAQCARD.com.
All right. All right, now for the black card.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go
Get
there.
me a black card.
Yeah,
That's nice. I like that. I love that idea.
yeah. Get black BL. Don't go and do BLACK. Okay, don't do that.
Don't tell them
Get
what kind
B.
of card you're gonna
Yeah, yeah. Get BLAQcard.com. Like,
get.
anyway, yeah.
I'm gonna get me a
That's
black card.
that is amazing. We can get some
Yeah.
perks. We need some perks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I love, and these are ideas, and that every time we cover stuff like this, we're seeing innovative ideas
Oh my gosh,
that you
yes.
would never think about that people are doing. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, what
Mm-hmm.
made them? I wonder what inspired them. What made them think to just do that?
Yeah.
That is awesome.
How amazing.
How
I'm gonna
amazing.
get me a black card.
I'm gonna get me a black card too. All right, good people. Come on, fellas. Fellas with no name. Fellas with no name still. Please move us. Y'all have been very faithful, even though y'all owner has not given y'all names. But we're gonna fix that.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Even though they don't have names, but we're gonna fix that soon. All righty then. First two black women in the White House press corps to be posthumously honored. Kentucky-born Alice Dunnigan, excuse me, and Ethel Payne of Chicago, both granddaughters of slaves, were the first black women to be members of the White House press corps in the middle of 20th century segregation. Wow. Their families will receive an inaugural Dunnigan-Payne Prize for lifetime career achievement on their behalf. By the time Dunnigan had reached her 30s, she wrote a regular column for a local paper, but felt that she could do more to voice the truth in such a tumultuous time. That motivated Dunnigan to pursue a broader platform to report, eventually earning a job writing for the Associated Negro Press in Washington, D.C. in 1947. She became the first black woman reporter qualified to cover the White House. Wow. For Payne, the fuel she needed to continue her dream of being a journalist came after she was denied admission to law school because of her skin color. In 1951, she became a Washington reporter for the Chicago Defender and leading black newspaper in the nation. Payne later became the first black woman commentator at CBS News. She died in 1991. Dunnigan died in 1983. I have a great love and feeling for how she inspired us as the next generation, Johnson said of his aunt. She knocked the door down, Alice Dunnigan said of her grandmother. I marvel at all she did and all she was and all that she fought for. That is amazing. And, even though it's posthumously, I'm glad that they get their accolades. Finally, we're starting to learn, the power and the magnitude that Black people had, even in tumultuous times. So we greatly, greatly, greatly applaud these beautiful souls for what
Yes.
Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, this is why we bring these stories, because I don't care what they sign into law.
They rocking those hats.
Yeah, I don't care what they sign into law. We're gonna always talk about critical race theory because it's
Exactly.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, they are rocking those hats.
Yeah.
I guess that's what you did back then. But you're right, though, in that we have to still keep telling the truth. We have to keep sharing. We have to keep moving. We have to keep, we have to keep the ball rolling, because at the end of the day, the information that we're gathering, the information that we're seeing, the things that we're seeing that have happened in time. I mean, we may not have been there to see it happen, but it happened. I'm here to tell you one more time. They better rock them hats. Ain't they rocking them hats?
They really are.
Hats. They rocking the hats though. All right, so let's go. Fellas, take us. What you saying that?
No, I just saying it was just awesome. I just love stories like that.
I do too. All right, fellas, take us to the next one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
This is a very good story. I actually saw a picture of him at the White House. I meant to pull it, but oh well. All right, Kurt Russell, a Black teacher from Oberlin, Ohio, has been named the 2022 National Teacher of the Year by the Council of Chief State School Officers. Russell, who has been teaching for nearly 25 years, is known for teaching with an emphasis on cultural relevance and representation. Boy, you better be careful. They're gonna come after you. Since the late 1900s, he has been teaching African American history classes that he developed himself. He also developed classes such as race, gender, and oppression, and black music in the African. Ooh, I can't pronounce it. Along with a music teacher. Now 50 years old, Russell teaches at Oberlin high school in his hometown in Ohio. He also served as a faculty advisor for the student-led Black Student Union and the head coach for the varsity basketball team in the school. He was someone who looked like me I think something missing. I think he was talking about Martin Luther King. He was talking about how he admired him. He said he was someone who looked like me in front of the classroom who all kids enjoyed. Russell told CBS. I don't know. Like this seems like a profession that I can enjoy. It just changed my life. He eventually took a bachelor's of arts degree with a major in history and a minor in black studies from the College of Worcester. Where's that, Anita? He then earned his master's education in curriculum and instruction from Ashland University. He is currently teaching courses in child development at Oakland City University. Wow, he's an all-around guy. Russell was previously named Ohio's Teacher of the Year also by the Council of Chief State School Officials. He was also named Teacher of the Year by the Oberlin Heritage Center and the Oberlin chapter of the NAACP, and the Coach of the Year by the North East Oberlin and Lorain County Basketball Association. As a Teacher of the Year, Russell aims to represent educators and advocate for a more diverse classroom for teachers and students. Well, he's gonna need to get a whole new wall for all these accolades he's getting.
For all the accolades he's getting. Like you asked me about where is that? I'm like, I don't know. No. It's actually in Ohio. It's a private place. I'm like, what she asked me like?
I asked you because I think
I'm over talking about. But apparently it's in Ohio. It's a private Presbyterian college. I just
okay. I figured you know.
The College of Worcester is a private liberal arts college in Worcester, Ohio, founded in 1866 by the Presbyterian Church as the University of Worcester. All right, now.
Oh, okay. Then.
The College of Worcester. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yep, that's what it is. Would have never known. But yes, he's gonna need. Hats off to the man.
Man, he has. I mean,
that's a lot. Listen. That's a big accolade for him to carry.
I know. And what's amazing to me, they allowed him obviously to come up with his own class. He came up with his own class about history. So how cool is that?
Hey man, all right now, like you said, they're gonna come after you, but that's all right. Let them come. But we applaud you 100% for all that you're doing. It's amazing. We do applaud you here, and you will hear about it right here on Can We Talk with your favorite co-hosts, Anita Faye Wilson and Annette L. Anderson. Yes, you will hear about it. So come on, fellas with no name.
All right.
What'd you say?
Okay, Nita.
The fellas with no name. Come on, fellas with no name. Take us to the next one.
Moving. We keep it moving.
All righty then. Oh, I sure keep clicking the wrong buttons. I'm gonna mess around and turn something off one day, clicking the wrong buttons. Oh, Lord. I want a comb right now. Somebody bring me a comb. And some scissors and a pair of clippers. Let's bring it to me right now. Oh my God. Let me see. Where is it? Hip hop billionaire. All right now. Jay-Z participates in a $33 million Madison Reed investment. Forbes reported that the popular beauty brand raised the money in new financing led by Sandbridge Capital with participation from Jay-Z's Marcy Venture Partners. The funding will be used to further this omni-channel expansion of hair color bars and retail locations and continue its investment in product innovations. Madison Reed was founded in 2013 by CEO Amy Errett and has grown from a direct-to-customer brand to having its own retail locations and partnerships with other face and beauty brands like Ulta Beauty and Target. Errett told Forbes her goal for Madison Reed was to provide access for everyone to color their hair with high quality results through its direct to consumer model and its hair color bars and retail partners. Hair coloring typically varies by person. Those trying to avoid high prices at the salon gravitating to kits at the pharmacy to of a retail store. However, the directions are often complicated and include a lot of chemicals. Those who want a more professional look and have their hair dyed at a salon, but often pay 50 and up for it. Our business is the epitome of omni-channel customers know our brand. They see the same product that we are known for in direct to consumer line as we have in our own hair color bars and in our partner locations. Eric said, according to Forbes, Jay-Z has invested in a wide range of businesses, including beauty companies. And last year he teamed with L. Catterton and Sonoma Brands to participate in a $20 million series around for Merit Beauty, which was reportedly the largest amount raised by a venture capital packed company in the beauty and cosmetic sector in 2021. Wow. And you know what?
Man.
I mean, man.
Smart businessman. That's right, because it's gonna always be women gonna always be buying.
Always want to color that hair.
That's right.
Women gonna always want to color that
Always.
hair. But you know what? There are a lot, I just applaud the people who don't give up. I applaud the people who stay the course, because even when people might think, oh, it's not worth it, you just selling to customers. You selling from customer to such and such and such and such to such and such. Just like the little girl who started off in her dormitory with her skincare line.
Yeah,
It's
that's right.
Target. So I'm just believing God. I believe in God, and I'm gonna keep moving with everything. I'm telling you, I ain't going to the grave with all this stuff in me, y'all. I got so much stuff in me. That's why I be on here giggling and talking so much, and have so much energy, because there's so much in me that I just have to get some stuff out every day. I have to get it out, and I ain't taking it with me. You taking it with you, Annette?
No, sure not.
All right. Well, I ain't taking mine with me either.
No,
so we applaud Jay-Z, but I want a comb and I want to sit you down with one of them color bars. But
I guess he said he covered by the Crown Act. Okay.
Oh gosh! Oh my God! All right, and it was hard to find a picture because I was trying to find someone that was up to date with the dreads were long. They were all like looking like the plaits were everywhere. God bless them. To each his own. All right, fellas.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
This particular story is so awesome, because regardless of where you see this country go, because we only see a small of things that's going on in the country, but at the end of the day, God's still hand is where God's hand is. Harvard University commits $100 million to study its ties to slavery.
Come on.
The university released a report on its ties to slavery Tuesday, along with a list of recommendations to atone for its past, including an endowed legacy of slavery fund to fund new programs. The report also requested Harvard identify, engage, and support direct descendants of enslaved workers, which includes Black and Native Americans. The report makes plain that slavery in America was by no means confined to the South, which is true. Harvard President Lawrence S. Bacow said in a message to the university community, it was embedded in the fabric and the institution of the North, and it remained legal in 9 Massachusetts until the Supreme Judicial Court ruled it unconstitutional in 1783. The report also recommends Harvard establish and maintain a closer relationship with HBCUs, in part through the creation of the Du Bois, is that chick name? Scholars Program, which will subsidize a semester, summer, or year-long visits for HBCU students to study at Harvard. Man, that is cool. In an appendix to the report, Harvard acknowledged 70 people who were documented as being owned by Harvard staff or donors. Wow. Mm-hmm. The report recommends creating a permanent physical memorial on campus to recognize the work and the effort of the university's enslaved people. Harvard joins Princeton Theological Seminary, Brown University, and the Jesuit Catholic Order in studying, acknowledging, and atoning for the way slavery played a part in their history. Many of Harvard's previous presidents, faculty members, and significant donors who owned slaves have their name etched on the building, plaques, and significant landmarks on the campus today. Other schools of higher learning that have acknowledged their own slaves includes Columbia University, Dartmouth College, Barnard College, Johns Hopkins, Rutgers University, and the University of Virginia. The black student population in Harvard today is less than 6%, according to Data USA.
Wow.
That is amazing. So that lets you know we don't hear these stories because that don't fit the narrative.
No.
See, we don't hear that. We hear, oh, let's check. No, there are some things that's happening, and this is Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they acknowledge, and not only Harvard, list all those other colleges. I say, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why you study and you learn, because
Mm-hmm.
I honestly did not know this.
Mm-hmm. I didn't either. But it is. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. All right, Harvard. And yes, there is a lot there. There's a lot there. I mean,
There's a lot of colleges, not just
a lot,
Harvard.
exactly. Not just Harvard. A lot of other colleges, a lot of other organizations, a lot of situations. And, bring it on out. Bring the information right on out. That's what I say. So hats off. And I'm glad that this is happening. I'm glad we get a chance to see it. And at a critical time.
They're not going to tell you about this.
Okay. At a critical time when stuff is being trying to be
Yeah.
washed out of history and everything else.
100 million, Nita? 100
That's what I'm saying.
million?
That's a lot. That's a lot. And can you imagine what's going to come out with all that money backing it? Can you imagine the information that's going to come out? Can you imagine what's going to be uncovered? Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. All right, fellas.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
Oh, this is a crazy story. People have been absolutely framed. Biggest mass exoneration in Chicago history sees 212 convictions linked to dirty cop wiped clean. More than 200 black and brown people were set up by a dirty Chicago cop known to prowl the city's south side. Now their records are being wiped clean. Tyrone Fenton, 48, is among 43 others to have their petitions to vacate drug convictions approved on April 22nd. Stemming from former Chicago Police Sergeant Ronald Watts. That's Ronald Watts right there. The crooked, dirty, stinking cop, right? Think of that word again. And then the guy in the blue, that's Tyrone Fenton.
Okay.
And those are some of the other guys who were exonerated on that same day. Dirty, stinking cop Ronald Watts, a well-known cop who developed a reputation for threatening, harassing, and framing people on Chicago's predominantly black and brown South Side. He used to say, "This is a lot, and I'm going down. And if I'm going down, I'm going to take a lot of people down with me." These are the things he used to say, Fenton said of Watts. Fenton fell victim to Watts' unethical policing back in January 2006. This ain't been a long time ago. It's just recent. And he and others recently left a funeral that when Watts and his gang of officers approached them to shake them down for drugs. Watts kept asking us, "Where are the drugs at? Where the guns at?" And we say, "There aren't any guns or drugs out here." And Fenton's affidavit described what happened next. And Watts arrested the men, took them to the police station, and delivered on the banned reputation he was known for, planting drugs on innocent people, mostly men. All of the people you have sent away, that equals up to over 400 years, Fenton said, of the combined time spent behind bars for the bogus drug crimes Watts imposed on innocent black and brown Chicago residents. You have gotten 22 months, and now you're back out living your life, he went on to say of Watts' relatively brief prison sentence. Chicago State Attorney Kim Foxx says she took the office in 2006. She cooperated with the petitioners in vacating a total of 212 convictions involving Watts because of his corruption. 212 black people have been absolutely framed, and nobody cares to this day. Our black mayor does not care. There are disposable human beings. They've spent to this day over $9.2 million defending these officers. Look at that. Look at Dirty Stinky.
Yeah.
And really, really shameful. Shame on you, black man. That is ridiculous. And you think of the numbers of people who lost time, who lost their life. May the fellows on Cell Block D properly welcome him. Girl, he free.
He free now, yeah.
He free.
Yes, sir.
It's a shame. It's a shame.
Yeah, you're right, Nita. It's a shame.
I just can't even. I can't even think through that. I can't. And he's just out. Well, he good now.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. These are the stories they don't tell you about that when you be talking about, how people are treated. You don't hear that. That's why. That's why the movement is here to tell y'all.
That's why we here to tell y'all. That's why y'all come here on Wednesday nights, because you want to hear the truth. We keep it light, but we keep it
That's
real.
right. And this is information you could go out there and look for yourself.
Exactly. It's out there, because trust me, Annette finds it. And then she has found us all the way to our last one. We have our last one. We keep it light, but we keep it real. Real. That's right, Sandy. Oh my goodness. Crazy, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. May the real men on the streets arrange a private meeting. Hey, listen, Jassy, you done found the one right there. Oh my God. You done found the one right there. and then I gotta give it to T. A private meeting. That's
shame on him.
Shameful. Shame on you. Shame on you. All right, fellas, take us to our last one.
Moving, moving, moving. We keep it moving.
That's funny.
All right. This is Miss Marie Selinka Williams, was born in Natchez, Mississippi. Shortly after her birth, her family moved to Cincinnati, Ohio. Sometime between 1878, Miss Williams met and married a fellow. This lady is she sings operatic artist, bass baritone singer Samson Williams, whose stage name was Senor Velasco, the Hawaiian tenor. On November 18, 1878, just 2 years after her concert debut, Maria Williams performed in the green room of the White House for an audience that included President Rutherford Hayes and Mrs. Hayes. Her husband, Samson Williams, also sang, by popular request, the well-known ballad Far Away by Bliss. In the years following her performance at the White House, Williams continued to tour nationally, performing for all-black audience. Despite Williams' successful career and her status as the leading black prima donna of her time, she frequently struggled to obtain good professional management, even managing her own concerts on occasion. The prevalent racism of the era prevented black artists from being easily accepted in anything other than the minstrel shows, and blacks would not be welcome to the American opera stage. Okay, I just destroyed that. Would not be welcome to American operatic stage until the 1930s.
That's operatic.
Okay, thank you, child, because I just ripped that apart. As William approached the midlife in the 1980s, she continued to tour, but began to spend more and more time at her home in Cleveland, Ohio, where she opened a music studio. After her husband's death in 1911, Williams retired from the stage, and in 1916, at age 67, she accepted a teaching position at New York's Martin Smith School of Music. She died in 1937 in New York at the age of 87. So these are people who lived, they're not so far away, a long time ago. I mean, these are people who were gifted, and because of the time, they were not able to operate in their gifts. And we don't know how blessed we are, that, some doors may be shut, but we go in a whole lot more doors than we used to.
Mm-hmm.
And this woman was,
mm-hmm.
She was awesome. She's an opera singer.
Amen.
And her husband was a baritone.
Oh, look at Sandy. She got your back. She's talking about, it's okay, Annette. Just keep it moving.
Thank you, hey, Sandy. Thank you, girl. Because when I say I ripped that one apart, okay.
In the words of DJ Khaled, another one for the books. Great show. Yes, we have come to the end. I'm so glad we had this time together. But we gotta go. It's time for us to go. But thank you all so much for joining us. Before you leave, please make sure you subscribe to our channels. Make sure you like the page that you're watching, and make sure you share. This broadcast will still be up Also, you can sow a seed into Movement Worldwide via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or you can opt to become a patron by coming into covenant with us. Become a patron by going to our website, movementworldwide.org. Click the button at the top. It will take you to patreon.com to set up your account and your amount. We ask for $12 a month, but that's 40 cents a day. But whatever the amount is greatly appreciated. And I say you can set your amount because a lot of our patrons have set it for more than we asked for. And we're so grateful for every patron gift. It is a blessing to us. We are a nonprofit organization. When you sow into this ministry, we always pray that it returns to you 100-fold. So thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Please sow a seed. You can also follow us on all social media platforms right there. Look for that globe everywhere, Movement Worldwide. Follow. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. And before we go, let me give the rundown tonight. We start off our week with Annette L. Anderson, who graces us with her wonderful presence on Tuesday nights with her organization SOAR. And she started off with her broadcast under SOAR called TNT. That's Tuesday Night Talk, where we take flight and soar. That's speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. Speak, orate, articulate, and reverberate. And that's Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. live on this platform, Facebook and YouTube. Then on Wednesdays, join us right back here for Can We Talk? Let your hair down, have some fun, talk with us. We have our great times with our transformational topic, things that make you go, oh. And our power tool, that hard to have conversation. And then we also have our fun tea time topics, keeping it light but keep it real, every Wednesday night here at 7 p.m. live on this platform, Facebook and YouTube. Then on tomorrow, make sure you join us tomorrow. We will be praying for the USA. Pray. We will be with the collaboration for the National Day of Prayer tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Clubhouse. Come on to Clubhouse. Come on to Clubhouse. Tell your neighbor, say neighbor. Come on to Clubhouse. Come on to Clubhouse. Well, make sure you join us on Clubhouse tomorrow. And listen, as I always say, when I get to this part of our broadcast, if you don't know how to get there, if you can't figure out how to download it in your app store, it's in your app store, Clubhouse, and you find the Movers and Shakers room. But in case you can't find it, you can always, text the word movers to 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050. What? 954-820-5050.
All right, I got my beat.
I hear you in there with your little beat. So 954-820-5050, text the word movers, and we'll give you a link right into the room. And we are also there on every Friday night. We have our conversation on Clubhouse. It is amazing. And again, you text that word movers to that number and you will get a link right in. But we have our Friday night conversation, our theme for the year, Finding Balance, with a different subtopic every Friday. And that's Friday nights at 8 p.m. live on Clubhouse. And then on first and third Saturdays, and we will be praying this Saturday, we are live again in the Praying Through the Pandemic room with the collaboration for the prayer experience. And we're praying each and every Saturday, first and third Saturday at 10 a.m. And again, text the word movers to 954-820-5050 and you'll get a link right in there. And then on Sundays, we are right back here on this platform live on Facebook and YouTube. And guess what? Do you know what this month is? It's our anniversary. It's our anniversary. And last Sunday we had so much fun, and we're going to do the same thing this Sunday. So please join us each and every Sunday for Power Walk Sunday, where we inspire and motivate you to walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction, where there is always, say always, Annette, always a word for you. And before I have the Annette give her last words, I want y'all to do me a favor. For those of you who are always with us and we hear and you always say always, we're asking you, please record yourself saying always. Just take your phone and go always. That's all we need is always, nice little cute always, and send that to info@movementworldwide.org. I want to put together a nice little compilation because it is our anniversary, and we are also a year with celebrating being on our live broadcast with Power Walk Sunday. So it's a great time for us. We're excited all month long. So please send that to us always, and I'll get that out to you via text too. I just want to see everybody give us that ways. All right. So now, Annette, your final thoughts?
Oh, yeah. We just want to thank you so much. As always, you've just been phenomenal. We couldn't do this without you. We thank you so much. We're excited. We're coming up 4 years this month. God has been good. We've been pressing on. And this just lets you know that you have what it takes, but you got to take what you have and keep it moving. So thank you so much.
Bless. All right. So without further ado, it's time to go. We love y'all. We appreciate you. But we ask that you please stay prayerful. Please make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Be kind to somebody. Stay out of other folks' people. Speak around your own front door. Stay out of people's business. All right. And we love y'all. We'll see you the next time. Giving you love. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Good night.
Walk into your God-given destiny with power and conviction with Power Walk Sunday. Each and every Sunday at 10 a.m. live on multiple platforms. TNT, that's Tuesday Night Talk with Annette L. Anderson, every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live on multiple platforms. Go where you can soar. That's Speak It, Orated, Articulated, and Reverberated. When we eat well, we live well, and all will be well. Go to elbewell.com, join the journey, and take your life back. You can also join Eat Well, Live Well, Be Well every second and fourth Saturday at 3 p.m. for Be Well, a health and wellness series. If you don't have your copy, get yours today at Amazon.com. That's Living Life One Quote at a Time by Annette L. Anderson. Helping us grow spiritually together. Tired of the fluff and puff of playing church? Ready to be a powerful vessel? Ready to work the word? Join Connie Green every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on Facebook Live. And we're here every Wednesday at 7 p.m. live with Can We Talk? Your co-hosts, Annette L. Anderson and Anita Faye Wilson, with Tea Time Topics, where we discuss trending subjects and current events. You can also discuss these with your Can We Talk coffee mug. Email us at info@movementworldwide.org. They're $15, and that includes shipping. Make a donation via Cash App at $Movement Worldwide, or go to our website, click the Patreon button, and sow a seed of $12 per month. That's 40 cents a day. Whatever the seed, it's greatly appreciated. Be sure to follow us on all platforms. Click the notification button, subscribe, like, and don't forget to share.